My name is Sarah Crafter and I work as a senior lecturer in the School of Psychology. I'm broadly interested in developmental psychology and cultural psychology. For my teaching, I'm currently working on a Master's in Psychology. In our module production for DD 803, Evaluating Psychology Through Research and Practice, we are aiming to introduce students to psychological concepts, theories and research and how they apply to everyday life. For my own research, I'm interested in the everyday practices and identities of children and young people in culturally diverse situations. And I'm particularly interested in looking at normative and non-normative patterns of development as people transition into adulthood. My most recent strand of research has been with child language brokers. These are children and young people who translate and interpret for family members who don't speak the local language. This is a practice that's undertaken in a variety of contexts like shops, banks, healthcare settings, schools, social work settings, police situations, and of course in the home. You can imagine that these different contexts raise a set of different challenges for the language brokers themselves. So I'm largely interested in exploring how this impacts on them, their identities and their relationships with others. Theoretically, I've been interested in exploring how language brokering might be seen to transgress what counts as the normal childhood activity, because brokers often have a variety of adult responsibilities. For example, having access to family finances in a way that their peers might not. In the past, I've had a project looking at language brokering as a form of unpaid children's work and what contributions they make to family life. I've had a project focusing particularly on school and teachers and young adults' views of language brokering in school contexts. And my last project looked at how cultural knowledge is mediated during the language brokering process and how young people might grapple with different forms of knowledge, cultural norms and values, and getting the two adults that are often involved in the process to understand each other.